press your name, but the thing is,
As long as
the
you can
camera
press
is
that name, it'll be good because it's really not that. It's just making sure that Josh knows who we're watching, so he can change the camera.
Oh, okay, okay.
So during the start, I want you looking at the backfield, middle field, because I'll be looking at the front for obvious reasons.
Sure.
And just take notes from that, and then All right. Other than that, we're all ready to go. The stream will be starting soon. Do your final checks. Make sure you're all ready. Yeah, I just got a
Okay.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry about that. Hello, everyone, and welcome to RRA Season 2, Round 2 at the Singapore Grand Prix. The lovely day. It's going to be a great race. Doug Hurd didn't qualify, so we're going to see another one of what he did last time. Who knows? Today, I'm joined by the lovely Arceus. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hey, how's it going, Milo?
Going pretty good, actually. I'm not going to lie. Now, on to more bigger things. Today, we're going to go through some pre-race interviews. We're going to go through pre-race stuff just in general. It's going to be a lot of fun. I honestly can't wait. So, before we start, predictions. Who's going to win? Go.
Okay, there's a lot of great drivers here, but we already know how much the Care can easily do a recovery drive just around the middle of the race. So I'm guessing it could be the Care if he's lucky. Or he does another masterclass today. What are your predictions?
Right, I full-heartedly agree with you for that. Now, they are coming out for their outlap now, which is pretty good, as we go to spectate the Lamborghinis.
Amazing.
Pretty cool. They're coming out for their outlap now. Who's coming second? Right, well, since I cannot hear him, I guess I will have to say my predictions. So the person who is coming second for today, in my idea, will have to be, well, I reckon it'll be the other Boot GP. He's doing pretty well, so it could be that. Now, who do you think will get it?
That is a tough one. Although with a new team like Apollo coming into the grid this season, I'd like to see how well Apollo does. I mean, take a look at their livery, man. That's really fantastic and well done. For all we know, others say that a good livery means good performance, right? So maybe.
That is true. So, now the only question is, why hasn't Mercedes been doing well in real life? Anyway, what about that chicane?
The sling chicane? The Singapore sling, as they say?
Yes.
I've had my encounter in that one in the previous Formula 1 games, and that specific chicane really requires a lot of skill to maneuver past successfully. If you don't turn well, you're gonna jump up like a sling, as it says.
Well, that's the reason why it's called a sling, isn't it?
Yeah, Singapore sling.
Yeah. Anyway, so today, for anyone who does not know, we are having the, what are they called again? Do you know?
I'm afraid I'm lost. So what do we have in store today?
Well, we have a air show team flying over. If only Blaze was here.
Yes.
But sadly, he is one of the pilots, so I can't really use him, can I? But until then, until he gets back in, we'll ask him when he gets back in from his flying, and then we'll go in.
So we're gonna see some air acrobatics, I believe.
Sadly not. When I was talking to him, he said that they're just doing a passover, sadly, and that's it.
Oh, unfortunate.
I know all three of the pilots who are flying today, all three of them are good pilots, so it's sad to hear that we won't be getting a, just fast-paced formation. But
at least we're gonna get a good flyover by three dedicated and amazing pilots.
I'll take a flyover.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Now, so this is going to be even more just weird. Who do you think's coming third?
Coming third. Oh, that's quite a interesting question, because at this point, anyone can get the last podium spot here. But I'm guessing that it could be Matcha Globe. The guy's a talented driver. And with the proper consistency in driving, I would like to see Matcha Globe on the podium today.
I would love to see him on the podium. It would be cool.
How about you, Milo? Who do you think will get the last podium spot? Share your insights. Yeah.
I fully agree with you.
Oh.
So, I reckon it's going to be good. Now, can you, if you don't mind, get in contact with Blaze for me, just so we can, get the official name, because we really should have it, but we don't, sadly. What else can we talk? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have.
No
So
problem.
it's a great track, though. It really is. It's a lot of
Mhm.
fun.
It's a street circuit that has given us a lot of great races in real life Formula One, and to see it in a virtual setting, especially in Roblox, that's going to be a lot of fun. Especially the sling we talked about earlier. So, what are your insights about it? I mean, I gave mine. It's a very nice sling. What about you? What are your thoughts on it?
I honestly have the exact same thoughts. It's gonna be a fun one. It's just a fun track, fast pace. I reckon all drivers and team drivers have had practice to this point, because it is where they've been practicing the tunings of the cars before preseason. Well, the team bosses have, so they're gonna have the more experience than the drivers on this track, which is pretty funny if you ask me.
Oh.
And they're obviously gonna tell their drivers where to go slow, where to go fast. What they found out from all those practices.
Data really helps in all of these things, Milo, and especially in a track where a lot of players can get the upper hand here.
We have 2 planes coming over us now.
Oh, let's go.
First bird to fly over. Very cool.
Oh, that's lovely.
Where did they go?
Oh no.
Let's see. Are they flying over? Oh, yes, they are. What's Daisy? I cannot see on my screen, so I'll switch to screen. So yes, they are in fact flying over. Great flyover by those 2 pilots. Really nice formation.
Oh, nice.
Really, it's nice and tight. It's beautiful. Exactly what we love to see. We love to see it here, don't we?
And that is the Black Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. The Black
It's
Knight's
actually,
indeed.
yeah, it's what do you call this? It is the official aerobatics team of the RSAF, or the Republic of Singapore Air Force. And now that we had their amazing flyover here, I'm supposing we can get some good luck in the race. Probably a good race, perhaps.
I would honestly just want a good race at this point. Although, admittedly, I wouldn't mind having, the Care win. So it'll be a good comeback.
Hey, the Care man, I swear, he's a world-class driver in the Roblox racing scene, and he has had a lot of different achievements and wins, and as well as championships in various other leagues. Seeing him here in the RRA paddock definitely means something special is going to happen today.
It really is. Where is he starting from the grid? Let's go. I'm gonna go have a look at that. Poor Josh, he TP'd us up all the way here just for me to jump down. So let's go have a see. Shall we? On to the grid we go.
Okay, I suppose it's
and we're going to the
time for the anthem. All right.
It's time for us to hush as we listen to the Singaporean anthem. I guess I was wrong. It's not doing the anthem. So while we wait for that, it's a good country, Singapore, isn't it? It's a good track. It's got.
Oh yes, I haven't been able to visit Singapore a few years ago. It's a really beautiful.
Right, well, since Josh disconnected, it seems like. I've stalled it. Is it for just to reconnect? So, I don't think I'm saying Singaporean right. I'm saying it incredibly wrong, which I am sorry for, everyone. It's not the right way to say it, so forgive me for that. It's pronounced Singapore. Anyway, it's time to listen to the Singapore anthem for the third time today. Let's hear it. Right, there we go. The anthem is over. And yeah, as Josh says, happy 65th anniversary to Singapore. Great country, really does deserve 56 years and another 56 more. As the drivers are getting into their cars.
This is going to be exciting, Milo.
Right, it's time for us to hush now. Right, hello and welcome everyone to the RRA Season 2, Round 2 at the Singapore Grand Prix. It's going to be a lovely day. I'm here joined by my lovely commentator once again, Arceus. How are you today?
Doing really well today and really excited to see this grandiose race this afternoon. How about you, Milo?
Very good. Now let's run through the grid. Sadly, since Blade retired today, we do not have our grid, so we have to do it kind of special.
Oh.
So let's run through our grid. Charles Row Racing starts Enox off and pole with Worsupir, starts Braun with P2. That's a pretty big shock. Mummy starts Apollo in P3. Zen has Barry wrong for P4.
And now we have, well, the P5 spot right now is currently unoccupied, so let's go proceed to P6, and that is Keeper Gast, I believe, in the Lamborghini F1 team. We have Matcha Globe in P7, following with Zen Motorsports. Next, we have Sequoia in BMW Williams in P8. P9, we have Carpo in Apollo. We have Epic Dusk 477 in P11 for Vex. Followed by, we have Matt in the Boot GP in P11. No, my bad. Epic Dusk was in P10. And we have Zenboy Gamer and Kaizen Valor for P12. We have Pilot For Me in P13, as well as Kaizen Apparel, and we have XGTZY Guard in P14, and we now continue with the awesome Syndacle in P15. And now there's P16 remaining.
I want to give my severe sorry to everyone. Due to stream delay and Josh sadly having to end his stream on Discord, we were not able to see what was coming next. So sadly, yes, we did do that over the track map. We are quite sorry for that. Obviously, losing Blade was a shock to us. We didn't really know what was going to happen. So we are still recovering and we're still learning how to work without him. So please forgive us for that mistake. But onto the track though. It is a long track. It's a pretty fun track. It's fast. It's got good corners. So it'll be good. Anyway, it's time for the formation lap, and away the cars go for the formation lap, as I just said.
All right. I guess we're gonna be seeing these cars now line up and then complete one lap before the actual race begins.
So we'll have to complete one lap and then we'll go, and then where we go for the next race of the RRA season.
Ooh, this has to be exciting.
It is. I'm really surprised that Born GP was able to get on P2. It's a very good turnaround from what they were last race. That was dead last for both of them.
Oh,
So,
I had no clue.
it's pretty good to see. It's very good to see, really.
I guess this could be a comeback drive for the team, just like in 2009 when Braun GP managed to secure that World Drivers' Championship and the WECC as well in their debut and finale year. So this could be a great race to see about Braun GP's performance. Let's hope for the best.
I really do hope for the best. It's a good drive at the wheel, but Zen Motorsports and the cars behind them definitely won't just let him cruise to a P2 or let the E-Dogs cruise to a win. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this play out.
Ooh. There could be a lot of different surprises waiting for us today, Milo. We could have some teams going on for undercut strategies. Others may fancy an overcut if that's even possible. But the best part that we could be waiting to see are the overtakes. Now, as Steve said, this track, the Singapore circuit, offers a lot of great chances for overtaking, especially in a virtual setting like Roblox. So let's wait to see what overtakes you could find this race.
The cars are coming up now. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, the E-Dogs overshoots it just a tad. The formation lap is happening. As soon as all cars, remember, are on the grid, it's time to go. So this is going to be fun. Oh, I can't wait. Let's do this. As the Vex Motorsports took a spot too far there, and the Born GP takes it back. It's going to be the start finish line lights here. As all the pit crew are off. It's nearly time. We're nearly there for the season 2, round 2 race. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Waiting for the lights. Oh.
Here we go.
Alright, the drivers are saying they're ready. This is gonna be good.
Let's get this show on the road.
Lights are on. Watching the lights. Ready? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are away for the Singapore Grand Prix as the E-Dogs gets a terrible start. Well, not really. It gets a decent start. He's definitely stopped by by the rest of the cars behind him as the Born GP gets a decent start. Mummy though, coming from the outside, he had a good start for return 1 there. Not the best for return 2 though. The Lamborghini is sneaking up in there to take a spot at P4. Maybe he'll try a P3 here. Yeah, so this is good. 22 laps of just this. This is going to be so much fun. It's a basically a sprint here. It's going to be good. As
wow.
Battle between the Brawn and the Edox. The Edox goes wide slightly. Oh, the Brawn is going back at it. But the Lamborghini is overtaking the... Yeah, it's a battle for P3 back there. The Brawn GP has overtaken the Edox. Oh, no, he's taking it back. Oh, no.
Oh, I suppose I can already see the Care. The Care's about to go and catch up over there as he proceeds behind the Edox and the Zen Motorsports now.
So it's true, the Care is pretty fast. But aside from the pit lane, it's not that much of a disadvantage when you think about it. The Born GP and Edox are still going at it. The BMW has just overtaken the Zen Motorsports, as it seems though the Born GP is finally opening up the gap to Edox, but he definitely isn't going to let it go away. Wolfsburg is a very fast driver, but say is Charles Rose. And as we go down to the final corner, those great seconds.
I think that was Matt that almost hit the wall right there and spun. This is not a good sign for the Blue GP driver. As we actually take a look at Carpo F1 fan together with his fellow teammate in Apollo, these two drivers are almost the same pace, going side by side together after turn 2 there. And Carpo gets in front of the two Apollo drivers. Back to you.
Thank you. As the Brawn GP comes through, still fighting. Blue GP's kind of going wide there. It's not the best, but he is fighting back from the Apollos. It's Matt this time, not the Care. The Care is up in... Where is the Care? He hasn't crossed the line, it seems like.
Suppose so, he hasn't.
He is definitely in the race, but it seems though he hasn't come in. Oh, Carpo hits the wall, just slightly, but it's above. Oh, one of the Edox flips over in the roof.
Oh no, that's horrendous. That's not what Edox wants to see this afternoon. We now have our first collision in the race. Okay, this is quite interesting now.
It is quite interesting. But he hasn't lost that. Well, he has lost a lot of spots. I take that back. Usopp has been able to bring up 5 temps as we come through the final corner. I wonder how big that is. It's only a second gap to P5, so it's pretty close for those P4 for the P1 spot. But it's pretty spread out. Once you get down from P6 down, it gets spread out very far. Takeda is in the race, but I don't really know why. It's 8 temps and then a second, nearly a second between that. Takeda is 1 lap down. He's been lapped. I don't know how, but he has.
You might want to go see this, Milo. Mr. Macho Glove and Sequoia had an amazing battle over there for P3, and right now Sequoia is ahead of Mr. Macho Glove, and any second now he could possibly be overtaken once again, but these two drivers fighting for the P3 spot. Like I told you earlier, Mr. Macho Glove could have a chance for the podium this afternoon.
Oh, wouldn't that be a good race for him to get a podium?
Right now, I guess Charles is just less than a second behind of Soup. That Brawn GP is holding on to that P1 spot there, but it's just a second ahead of this next contender in Edox. So we're seeing some amazing entries on the chicanes, as well as clipping the apexes there on the various curves. Charles is on the purge, on the plunge to get that P1 spot, but Brawn GP is saying, no, this is going to be my position and I will hold on to this until the end of this race, and he is living up to that hype.
He really is, as he pulls a 1 second gap. He's changed it from a 6 temps to 1 second. That's 4 temps in the lap, so that's pretty good. The next car in P3 is 8 temps behind, and then it just drops by 2 seconds. So these leaders probably would be pretty happy with their pace, especially what's up. He must be a happy boy right now, leading by a second. Dakar being 1 lap down.
I think you didn't see this pilot for me. I'm so sorry. Pilot for me just spun there near the sling.
The sling really is a dangerous. We've seen 2 drivers get caught out by it there. It's a dangerous thing, isn't it?
Yeah, at least he's back on track now, but Pilot for me has lost a lot of places, is now down in P9.
one of the Beamers hit the wall. I can't confirm who that was, but I know that one of them did. And by Beamer, I mean BMW. Sorry, I'm using Australian slang. Forgive me. Now, the Apollo is getting... One of the Apollos, let me try to get that name, is Carpo Fan. He's being attacked by the Lamborghinis back there by Keep and Epic. So it's pretty good. Now, it's not good for him, but it's good for us, because then we get good racing context. Mummy's fast. Mummy's pretty fast today, but he is over 2 seconds off Zacho. So I wouldn't give him... I would still give him a lot of credit, because of course you have to be fast to race an RRA. We don't let slow
that
people...
is right. But then again, it could be a great result for Apollo if Mommy gets that P2 spot. And Mommy gets into P3 right there. Just 3/10 behind of Mr. Maxo Globe in P4. Mommy and Apollo Motorsports doing really well today to solidify that podium chances. Lap 5 now.
Here's lap 5. Charo is very close to him though, so it's seeing how it's going. Now what happened to Zacho? Did you see?
Sequoia, earlier Sequoia was in the contention for P3, but now it's dropped several places. 13 seconds to drift off the leader. I think he might have had a mistake early on that we were not able to catch.
Oh, I wouldn't count him out of the race just yet, as we're coming through now. Oh, what's up in Char fighting? Yep, that's true, they are. They're neck and neck. Char's close to 1 second gap between them. What's up that pace again? He's very lucky that Charles slightly hit that wall. That wasn't. It was more of a pat. It was more of a hit, but still.
All right.
Back to it though.
This is really. Okay, I guess right now there's still not much action going on in the podium spots here, as we have Mommy still keeping that P3 spot nice and secure. Charles, meanwhile, has been overtaken rather by W Sup, I hope I pronounced his name right, in the Bronze GP there. These two drivers are almost together. Earlier in the starting grid, they already had a change of positions. But as they go across the final turns of this lap, let us see who will go ahead for lap 7 in a few moments now, as they now close in onto this final turn. No, Shars is still in P2. Sup in the Bronze GP remains in P1 right there. About 8/10 separating these two drivers. Mommy, 3 seconds adrift of the leader, followed by Mr. Maxo Globe in P4. So far, so good for all these drivers now. But for E-Docs, they definitely want to make sure they get their lines right.
They definitely do. It really is a game of pace now. The cat hasn't been able to get that far up and gain his laps back wise. But other than that, look at Mummy and Mr. Maxo. 2 second gap between the two. If Mummy can keep this up, it is a definite thing between it. So it'll be pretty good if he can keep it up.
Oh, yes. The closer you are to the front means the more points you get, right?
That is true. That is how points work. So yeah, charge for the lead does continue, as continue is not a word. I don't know if you've heard that one before. Continue right now. He's coming down. Ooh, that's a nice turn. I'll give it to him. He does definitely know how the lines work. Looking at the time, Zakera is definitely setting the fastest, but Charles is not that far behind. Usopp is setting slower times than Charles, so we know who has the better race pace times-wise. Usopp just seems to be able to pull it out of himself when all seems that he's been overtaken. He seems to be able to pull out wherever and get it, but I won't be discrediting him too quickly, as the car sets a fastest sector 3 of a 24.863.
Ooh, that's an insane lap time.
It is an insane lap time. As Charles comes through... Oh, Charles is taking the lead, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I could
that
be
is
wrong.
insane.
could be completely wrong in speaking out my ass, but Charles seems to have taken the lead here.
You might want to go see this, Milo. There is currently a fight between Barry and Chris in P11 and P12. Both of these drivers are close together. Let's see who will get that P11 spot.
Yes, we'll see. It doesn't seem that big of a spot, but whoever gets P11 can get P10 when you think about it.
Ooh,
it is between the
points.
E-Dogs and the Zen. So while Chris's teammate is up there fighting for P3, he's down here fighting for points which won't seem that big, but when it comes down to the end of the season, they will be big. As both drivers do that chicane very weird, Barry and which I did not know the name of Epic. They both do it quite weird there, hitting the wall Epic bit. Chris has a bad exit, Barry has the best exit out of all three of them. It could be a pretty easy P11 for him. If he can just take this corner, next corner's right. He's getting a bit desperate, it seems like. He's cutting the corners, he's not really taking a good line. He comes through, oh, he's still behind him. Charles has gone through, he's closing the gap. Mr. Max is not closing the gap.
This is looking great.
It is looking great. It seems as though the Zen Motorsports has still got it in the bag.
He gets the points! Overtakes two drivers at the same time. Amazing driving by Zen. Barry is now in the points.
He really is. Now he can go attack P9 to get more points and maybe P8 and then P7, and then he works his way up to that P3 spot, hopefully. We'll see. Or even a win, but that is wishful thinking. As he's going to try and get the P9 spot. The Lamborghinis aren't having the best race, are they?
That's really unfortunate.
It really is unfortunate. I just realized I've been calling the E-Dogs cars, the V-Logs cars, E-Dogs. So I'm sorry everyone, I am caught up in the wrong season. Or I might be completely wrong and I'm calling the right one. I don't know. I'll have to check after the race. I'll keep calling them E-Dogs because that's what my gut's telling me. Anyway, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So Keep is doing pretty well in P6. He's 11 seconds behind from the leader, but he's only 3 seconds behind from the guy in front. Charles is 4 tenths behind What's Up. Mummy is still doing it, and Mr. Max has not been able to improve. Same with Matt. Keep comes across the line. How has he improved to his time? No, he hasn't. He's actually gone worse. That's weird to see. Over 6 seconds between the two drivers now, as Carp is only 2 seconds away from him. I would be starting to think, oh, can I do this? Frisco takes 2 spots, doing point a thing, getting him into points. Both V-Dogs cars now into points.
I think we have to go and admire the driving and craftsmanship of Barry, who's now in P9 here, on the plunge to get P8. Look at the gap between P8 and P9. Just a few more driving maneuvers right there, and he could possibly get P8. We may never know.
Well, if he does, it'll be good. Oh, Zenboy hits the wall slightly. Barry can go for it. Oh no, Barry hits the wall slightly as well. They all hit the wall. They all have a pretty bad exit there, except for Zenboy, so that's going to do him well. It's really who gets the best exit out of the sling. Barry gets the better exit.
It's Barry! Barry gets ahead, and that's an amazing overtake by the sling.
Barry definitely is. It really does come down to who is better through this link. But Zenboy's coming back at him. It's not over yet. It's only over until he gets the point in the leaderboard. As Zenboy comes through him, I reckon it's Barry's, but I don't reckon Zenboy's going to give up this easily, if you ask me. He's coming through. He's got a good line. He's showing good race pace. Oh, he hits the wall a bit there. What's up was overtaken by Char, making a Char in Roblox is now in the lead.
Oh, amazing. That is 8 tenths, yeah.
There goes that, but I wouldn't cut out the Born GP just yet. He still has a long way to go, and it's very is. Mummy is doing very well to keep this P3 spot. He hasn't put a foot out of line. He hasn't crashed. He's just, as I said, he hits the wall. But still, he's doing very well. Both Zen drivers are doing well as well, I might want to add right now. And same as the BMWs. They're both in the points, I'm pretty sure. And they're both doing pretty well today. These midfield teams are having a fun day out, if you ask me.
This is really great. But unfortunately, the Care is still in P16 and still waiting on his lap time to come out.
true. Now, the Lamborghinis have been very strong. Keepers behind his teammate Matt. They're in P6, P5. If they can keep this, they can get such a strong point finish. And that would be... Keeper switches over. That hits the wall. 3 seconds between Char and Woosop, and Mummy is approaching on Woosop. That initial race pace, the tires are going. He's gonna have to pull it out somewhere. We know he can do it. It's just, can he do it right now? As it's 3 seconds between Matt, Mummy's getting closer to him. No one else has crossed the line except for Carbon. And then Zemboy is going up 2 spots. Same as Epic. Bar is 3 seconds away from... Barry is 3 seconds away. Zachary's yet to cross. Deka is yet to cross the line.
Really unfortunate for Barry, who had an amazing overtaking spree there, is now back into P10.
It's very unfortunate for him. But I would like to focus right now on Mummy, who's about to take Woosopy. He had a decent way through. It's going to really be who has the better line for you. Woosop takes the defensive line through this corner. It doesn't really matter because, you know, no collisions. Mummy takes the line out of it. Better exit for Mummy. Woosop still has a better exit for the next corner though. Mummy has a better, it seems like. I was wrong. Mummy takes free. Oh, perfect move by Mummy there. Perfect line. Better exit. But Woosop isn't giving up just yet. He isn't going to let that go. He's still going to come at it. Oh, maybe not. As Mummy seems to have taken the lead. Mummy is up to P2. With a... Oh, maybe not.
Just 1,000th of a second! That is insane!
Woosop is definitely coming back in at him though. He isn't going to give that up. It really is coming down to the sling once again. The sling is what's gonna prove a lot of the places in this thing. Whoever can take the sling best is gonna be up in the points. High, and maybe on a podium for the midfield teams. But if you're one of the good drivers who are, you know, expects to be on the podium in P2, P1, whoever can take the sling best is gonna be the winner of the race for the higher teams.
Yeah, unless they take the sling in a whole different way, they might jump off to space. That's gonna be hard.
So I wouldn't really try to do it so aggressively. As they come through the sling now, as we've been talking about it. Woosop has a better exit for it, but Mummy's coming back at him. It really didn't change that much. It's still a couple of attempts between the two. It's a better exit for Woosop. Mummy's not that good of an exit, but they're still neck and neck. It's a decent gap building now. Woosop seems to have dead. Matt has DNF after a disconnect.
That's not good.
That is not good. I think Pilot has been, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm just going to Pilot, has been lapped now, which is our first lap out of it all. The boot GP is gone. The Care is the only boot Jeep, you know the one, in as of right now. And so we're just waiting to see what he's going to do, if he can do anything about it. As Char has put a 5-second lead, it's not that big. It's not that big of a gap between Mummy and Woosop, so I wouldn't be counting my chickens just yet.
That is really amazing.
Still a battle between the two as they're coming through. I can really see no other close battles. It really is between them. Oh, Epic has just gained like a bunch of spots. Same with Barry. I don't know how much to be precise. Now it really comes down to when are they going to pit? When do you think?
Oh, well, it could be around 15, 16, or 17 in the next few laps now. But we gotta appreciate Barry is back into P7.
Mr. Max actually spun. While you were saying that, hit a wall very hard.
Macho, oh no.
The other Zen Motorsports hit the wall very hard. But I agree with you, lap 17 seems like the time to pit, but he didn't lose the spot, so all you Zen fans can be happy for that. As we come through now, that's a great corner, wouldn't you guys agree? Woosop's been overtaken by Mummy pretty convincingly now. I can't believe we missed out after such a big battle. I'm sorry for missing it, forgive me. But they have definitely overtaken it. Mummy's definitely got P2 here. Such an amazing drive. Is he going to go for P1? I reckon he is before he gets to that. It's only a 3-second gap. He can definitely build it. He did it with everyone else. He can definitely get this gap to a 1 second and then go for it.
Mummy really doing really well there in the Polar Motorsports. Previously, this was Jackal, and now it is given a new hue of purple, blue, and black. That's an amazing color to the grid now. Apollo is here to change the way, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's a good-looking car. As you said, fastest, good words, best-looking livery wins. So we'll see. But the Enox looks pretty good as well. So we'll see. We'll see.
Matt has reconnected to the game for your information.
I don't think he's going to be allowed back in, though. His car's on track. I don't reckon he's going to be allowed back in.
Oh.
I reckon there's no reason to put him back in, honestly. I mean, it's going to be like 4 laps down. He isn't going to be able to get that back. I reckon he's just a DNF. Plus, there's a car on track, so there should have been a safety car for that. But anyway. Oh, Charles, that's an aggressive racing line done there by Charles. I'm not going to lie. Everyone below P12 has been lapped. The car seems as though he's about to be lapped as well. It's close. It's 2/10 off Char now. It's definitely going to be close. Blaze, has anybody pitted yet? I don't know if he's in a VC. So
I have no clue if anyone has pitted yet as well, so any second that could be the pit window.
It really could. I'm gonna let you take over as I look into the pits to see if anyone has pitted. If anyone's gonna pit, really.
Let's check.
I'll check right now. I got you, King. So yeah, it's gonna be pit window from lap 17, really. And then they can just do a quick full out stint, or maybe, and this would be very, very outrageous if you did this, and a very risky shot, or maybe it's just you go, you know, no stop at all. Just do the full 22 laps.
Oh, that's going to be interesting, to be honest.
It could be interesting. I mean, if they have good tire conservation, you know the word, it's definitely not going to be the front runners as they are being put under pressure every single lap. But maybe the back runners could try to do a no-stop race. Maybe get some points from it.
That was really unfortunate for Mommy right there, who actually got that curb a bit wrong there and almost spun. I think that had a second loss from his time. Yep, he's back to P3.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Such a dominant drive. It's now a 5-second gap between Char and Wusup. Now that might be different, but I reckon it is. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely a hard race here. This race has really been about endurance. There's not really been that much, you know, close battles, everyone fighting. It's really about who can get the line right for each lap, and that is hard. You can agree with me there. It is hard to get the line right every single time.
Sorry to disturb you, this is Blaze from the pit lane. We've got 5 people actually pitted. The earliest pitter is Pilot. He pit on lap 12 actually. It's a little bit early, I think. So I think the tire wear is getting a little bit high for everyone else. So I think that's why they're losing time.
You're right. Who else?
Pilot as the first one, Cyril. Read the manga from Lamborghini, Carpo, and Zenboy on lap 12, lap 14 as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess people did pit. Anyway, people are coming in now. It's going to be either a no-stop shot or a pit strat. I reckon I would go no-stop at this point. As Wusup is starting to lose time, he's toiling around there. It's not the best, isn't it?
Ooh. Could be a lot of changes if that happens.
There could be. Is this gonna happen? No, it's not. As Char seems to be taking home a comfortable race win here.
Right now, Mummy is just a second behind of Wusup, and that's not looking good. But still a podium spot there, so at least Apollo could have something to relish on. Mummy has to go step up his pace if he wishes to be in P2, but on the side of Bronze GP, Wusup, he has to defend with all his might to keep that P2 in check, because right now Ashar is 6 seconds ahead of almost everybody else, almost everyone. Lap 18 of 22 now, 4 more laps. This could be a victory for Charles.
Gonna interrupt you right there. Wusup is attacking Charles, same as Mummy. They're all on him. Same as the BMW. This is not stopped yet. They're all with him. Charles did flip, so that's what happened there. It's very close. Ooh, they're gonna have to pit, or the tires are gonna be gone. Usopp definitely knows this, and he's pushing. He isn't gonna let him go, but Charles seems to go, nah, I'm going. If you like it, I'm going. And so he is. Better exit through the corner there. It's gonna come up to the second last corner. Better exit through that corner, and Sam exit through that. As they come through now, what's the gap difference? Usopp's taking the lead, but it's only 33 thousandths off them.
Ooh, that is really, really interesting now, Milo. There's just about a second separating the top 3 runners in this race. This is looking good.
It really is looking good. Anyway, let's keep going with this great racing. It's good to see it back. As P4 has just dropped off. I guess that wasn't P4. I guess it was a lap car.
Oh.
Yeah, it is an old moment, but we're still going. It's a very outrageous line how they take. It's going to be coming up to the sling. Once again, everyone's favorite turns for here.
Oh, the play's going to go slingshot away here now.
Perfect turning for each of those 2 drivers. They're all perfectly done it. They all know this track well now. It's just a matter of who is going to do it. 3 more laps to go. This is great. 3 more laps to go. We're having a battle for the lead. Don't turn off now, folks. We're nearly done. Let's go.
All right. We're now down in the final 3 laps of this race as the top 3 runners are closing in to possibly finish lap 19. Who will come in front? Right now there is, I think Mommy is ahead of Wasabi right there. I think there's been a switcheroo of drivers. A lot of things will change once they cross the starting grid. Yes, let's see, it's going to go up in front. Charles gets in front. Mommy gets in P2, and Wasabi has dropped down to P3, but that is just a second separating these drivers. Amazing stuff. Oh, Mommy almost drifts there and hits the wall. Has to give that place back to Wasabi.
Very sad to see it. Oh, one of the Vex has hit the wall. This is not good. Mummy is still going fast, so he isn't giving it up. Charles, has built a gap, which is really fun to see. He's already built one. It's only been a couple of laps, and we already have a gap again. I don't know about all of you. Oh, is that his car going slow? No, that's an Apollo. Whoopsie daisy. Taking in line. Mummy's overtaken Usopp. No, wait, that was Charles' car. Charles went slowly and got overtaken. What is happening in this race? Charles is now battleable for a lead between Mummy and Usopp, but Charles is definitely back there. He's going for it.
This is
crashed in the corner. That's
unfortunate. But that also means that Mummy can have a chance to win this. If Wasabi does not get on with it, this is looking great for Apollo. But then as well for Bron GP and E-Dogs definitely has to go and step up their game.
They really do, but honestly, I wouldn't complain if I was either of these drivers. They've done an amazing race today.
Yes,
we're coming up to the second last lap. The penultimate lap, Mummy's got a decently strong lead from what we've seen. Usopp's definitely in P2, we know that for sure, but is he going to stay there for long? I reckon Mummy's won the race, so let's move over to Usopp to see what he does.
This is... Oh, wow.
Well, actually, we'll go to Charles, because that's all I have. Charles just needs to relax, but he's overtaking Usopp. Let me breathe. Usopp's been overtaken. Started P2. Might end this race P3. Charles started P1. Might end this race P2. Mummy started this P3, I'm pretty sure. Might end this P1. 3 spots.
He could possibly win this. Man,
he could.
It. The rebranding of this team. Apollo is now in the championship fight at this start of the season. This could be great.
This could very be great. Now, forgive me for not breathing correctly. Charles has definitely made a gap to Usopp, and I reckon these are our winners and our podium places for it. And I reckon from P1 all the way down to P7.
Mommy spun!
No! Mummy is spun in the final corner! Well, it wasn't the final corner, it was near the final corners. This is sad.
Oh no! I think we're something. Oh snap! This is the final. The final lap, is it?
Charles taking P1. Edox might win this. Rusop is coming behind him though. I reckon it's the final lap. It's coming through. Come on, Rusop. Come on, Char. Come on, Mummy. You all got this. I believe in you. Come on.
That wasn't
This is a
the
fun
spin
race.
that we wanted to see in this race.
It was not. We were so close to having a weird podium. We still are getting one, to be fair, so I'm not complaining. This is great racing. I'm enjoying it. This is going to be a fun podium.
Who was that? I think I saw a car that stopped.
Oh, Charles spins it! Woosop takes the lead! That's going to be a Woosop win! Army takes
Mommy, fucking P2! This is interesting!
Army takes P2! Charles crashed out of the race! Woosop just has to take this easy and slow and just cruise it to the win. He's so close to getting his first win in RRA.
Macho gets P3 right now.
It's between Char and Mummy for P3. As we see Woosop rounding the final bit of the corners, nearly spins there. Good recovery. He's coming through the final second last corner. The final corner when my game decides to stop lagging, and Woosop wins the Singaporean Grand Prix. Char comes in second. Mummy comes in second.
Macho gets P3!
What a race!
What a race, bro! What a race, man! Just so close, Charles. Oh, missed out on that win. Oh,
Raj is absolutely ecstatic, honestly. It's just
Honestly,
a massive. It's a great underdog achievement.
A huge congratulations to all drivers.
Remember, Braun GP last season, they've finished in the last spots and they've managed to win the second round of this GP actually.
that is really interesting and really amazing. And by the way, Milo, I predicted that Macho Globe will be in P3, and he did it. Great stuff.
The Care comes
Amazing.
8th, lap down.
Oh,
Give him that.
amazing, the Care.
Every driver in this Grand Prix, has pushed it and has done incredibly well. If I was a driver in this Grand Prix, I would be happy with myself, and if I was Rusop, I would be going, I'm the world's luckiest man and a very good, talented driver.
Yes. Amazing race, and it was such a sight to see all these overtakes, these racing, what they call this, maneuvers, and everything just contributed to such a phenomenal Grand Prix. Amazing.
Such a phenomenal Grand Prix indeed. It's RRA has come such a far way. It's great to see all these drivers here, everyone doing so well.
The
It's such a good
fireworks are
community.
beautiful.
They are beautiful. It's such a great community in RRA. And we really only it's great racing, and this is what happens when we have great racing. It's great. We go to Parc Ferme. We're going to Parc Ferme. The top three, are going to Parc Ferme. I'm going up there because I have to do stuff up there. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I will have to commentate over it.
This is looking really, really nice. Beautiful
Exactly.
cars, beautiful community, beautiful race. What else is there to it? Just pure amazing.
Despite what's happening, what people are saying in chat, the cat did not win the race. He came 8th, which is impressive, but we'll give him that he did generally lap faster than any other person. Not by much, but he did. And yeah, I would be devastated if I was Charles. So close, so close. Anyway, it's time for the interviews.
Let's get it. All right, now, there are a lot of people down here in the paddock. I guess it's really interesting to see all these drivers.
Sadly, I've got to go to bed because it's 12 and I'm going to sleep. So, I thank you all for listening to my commentary. I'm very sorry of how it went. I understand it's not as good as when Blake was. There's no real proper excuse for it, but I'll still try to make some. Let me make some excuses.
Amazing commentary, man. Milo, you were amazing today.
Thank you. Blade, we miss Blade. We want him back.
No.
If when he decides that Roblox more Chad than being a mechanic, he can come back to us. But yeah, we thank you all for coming and watching over to RCS to do the interviews and all that. Now, Blaze, who pitted?
In general, it was no change after lap 14. Actually, no one else pitted.
That's it.
Yeah, no,
So
no one
the strategy was a no stop.
That proved to be
we saw the driver
strategy.
pushing.
Yeah.
Huh. Right, well, I will see you all very later. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for everything.
Indeed.
I'll see you all later.
Goodbye. All right, everyone. This was such a phenomenal race. I don't even know what else to say there is to it. Really beautiful. The overtakes, the different scenarios on track, and we got quite an amazing podium right here as we're now going to go and see the podium celebration. Can't believe that this was an unexpected turn of events. Blaze, what are your thoughts?
Oh, this has been one hell of a race. Remember, Dakar, the person who we expected to come into first place, he started a lap down, and that turned out to be very disastrous. He's finished P8 actually, which was really, really good because remember, for like the first 5 laps, he was a lap down. I believe he was driving very slowly actually. But managed to finish P8. That was actually really good as well. I think that was underrated, actually. As well as the podium, Braun GP for the win. That was completely unexpected. I think the Zen of Macho, I believe, that was kind of expected. He's been showing good pace for the whole weekend, as well as the first race of Manila, last race. Right. Okay. So, RCS, how do you think Braun GP stuck it out and got the win, actually? That was quite unexpected as well, like I said.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I think Braun GP just had to remain consistent and drive, let's say, smooth and without any mistakes from beginning until the end. I think that is one of the key components in securing a victory in the second race of the season that is really phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. And Braun GP, Usopp, has been showing actually really good pace for the whole weekend as well. He's qualified second actually today. I didn't realize that, which was quite good. They lengthened it out and got the win.
Yeah, and that is something that the team would definitely remember for years to come. That is quite an amazing victory that they got today.
Yeah, indeed. We're preparing for the podium. I think the podium finishers are on the podium right now, lining up. It's been one hell of a race, honestly.
Yes, indeed.
So, the viewers, please continue watching. I think we do have media interviews as well. It would be very interesting to see what the drivers think. So stay tuned, stay in the stream. That should come, I think. Also, remember, today's Singapore National Day, so if you could, just listen to the national anthem. I think that was going to be played another time. If not, that's fine. Actually, sorry to disturb you. I think actually Dakar won. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think some people have saying his lap counts were false. I think he's finished P1 actually. The cars have been put down in order, so I think the Braun GP finished second, and the shiny new livery of, I believe, Apollo has been demoted to third, and Zen has been finished fourth. I'm pretty sure that's real, actually. So
Well, that's interesting.
whatever happened, Probably when the car just stopped on the track, I think, or maybe started a lap down. That kind of messed things up. But that was completely unexpected as well.
Well, if that's going to be the case, still good race.
Indeed. So we hope we all enjoyed it. I definitely, me and RCS definitely did.
Oh, yes, indeed. And the podium celebration, let's just enjoy this. Let's go! Mommy gets a podium spot today.
Yeah, so that's true. Dakar, I think he actually wins the race.
That's really amazing.
Completely. Yeah. From a lap down as well, 22 laps.
Oh, wow. That's quite quick. And Usabi wins P2.
What a great race, driven from these three drivers and all the others from the grid as well. It's just showing complete skill, especially with the old layout with the Singapore sling. That was one hell of a corner, actually. I think that caught
Yeah, really, really. And there we go.
Yep. 3 podium finishes. I think the stewards and Josh would really much appreciate taking a look into that lap count system, because I feel like that was a little bit unfair for Braun.
Oh. Quite true.
Yep, the stewards have confirmed Dakar's lap count will be investigated. Definitely, that would be quite an investigation. Maybe some new rules set in place.
And there you have it, people. The fireworks, beautiful. Quite a race.
Exactly. The podium finishers are about to get their champagne.
Oh.
Oh, we got our colas now.
Let's go. Bloxy Colas.
And it's time for the champagne, or cola, actually.
Alright, people, if you have not drinked Bloxy Cola, you are missing out on all the amazing tastes that Roblox and the Metaverse has to offer. So today, in your local Roblox department store, in your local Roblox store, get yourself Bloxy Cola for you to have a refreshing day.
exactly. Sponsoring RRA as well, actually. You can see
Amazing,
media
amazing,
events.
amazing. Bloxy Cola. The cola that you can only dream of.
True. Yeah, it seems like Dakar is AFK actually on the podium.
no.
First place.
I think I think it's not AFK. I think he's just bedazzled by the victory that he got. All of us, we have those moments that we just stay still and we could not just react because we're so happy, right? So I think that's him. Yeah.
Yeah, probably tired as well. That's one hell of it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's done.
Let's get it.